Detroit Dave. 31 Trey, bitch. Yes, your boy got J's out the asshole. Yes, your boy got J's out the asshole. Yes, your boy got. Yes, your boy got. Yes, your boy got. Yes, your boy got. Yes, your boy got J's out the asshole. I used to get them just to style on them in flash holes. And over the years, I done acquired mad souls. Had niggas like, damn, Dave, how long you had those?
What up, though? It's your boy, Detroit Dave. And I'm back with another one. Today is January 11th. And this is Detroit Dave's 2016 Sneaker of the Year. I'd like to welcome you back, and I'd like to thank you for continuously watching my videos. If you have already subscribed, I'd like to thank you for that. If you share my videos, if you like my videos, I'd like to thank you for that. I definitely will be giving you plenty of content this month. Every January, I drop 3+ videos. And this is one that I felt like I really needed to drop. 2016 was a great year for me. And I'll talk more about that when I do my top 16 pickups of 2016. As far as sneakers that I bought that did not come out this year, it's been a great year. So that video will be coming soon for you in January. Now I've got, a few sneakers that I felt like deserve to be in the conversation for Sneaker of the Year. Just a couple of things I wanted to mention before we get into the video. Not going to be mentioning anything about pre-orders. You already know my number. You already know what I do. But with this video, I wanted to give every sneaker an equal opportunity. However, I didn't really want to do too many doubles of any sneakers. When you're talking about shoe of the year, it can only be one sneaker of the year. This is not a top list or whatever. It's not a list. My top 16 pickups and my top 16 releases will be a list in order. But this is not a list. This is just a conversation. And, this is just a debate on what I feel like the sneaker of the year is. Now, of course, it's going to be debated. A lot of people will have differences of opinion. Some people might not even see the sneaker that they wanted on this table. So, like I said, I didn't want to do too many doubles. And you see that I do have a couple of doubles here. Doubles meaning the same model, but not the same shoe. Now, I do have doubles of a couple of these sneakers up here. But the question that I asked myself when I was doing 2 Air Jordan 1s and 2 Air Jordan 11s. First of all, Air Jordan 1 and Jordan 11 are two of the most iconic sneakers in the Jordan line. So, by all means, they do deserve to be heavy on any list. But can this sneaker stand on its own, even though there's another of the same model in the conversation? So, for instance, Air Jordan 1 Band. I'm sure that sneaker will be in a lot of people's Sneaker of the Year debates. Air Jordan 1 Top 3. There may be people that want to put that in debate as well. I definitely felt like it was a worthy contender. But can the Band 1 stand on its own? Of course, it's the Band 1. It has impeccable leather quality. And I mean, it's the bread 1. So of course it can. With the top 3, can it stand next to the bread 1 and still stand on its own? I personally believe it can, and we'll talk more about that. Same thing with the premium. I know a couple of guys, well, one guy in particular, that definitely has the premium as the sneaker of the year. Can it stand on its own next to the Space Jam and still hold its own weight? Yes, it can. Different materials, amazing quality. Can the Space Jam stand on its own next to the premium? Of course it can. It's the Space Jam. It's a lot of people's number one sneaker, number one Jordan 11, favorite color, whatever. and it's taken back to the OG build. So, you know, by being like the most popular Air Jordan 11 and those different things, those different little tweaks that, you know, came on the final product, yes, it can stand on its own. Also, there were a few other sneakers that I thought about throwing in here. Flu Game 12s I thought about throwing in here. But can it stand next to the OVO 12 and hold its own? I just don't think so. The quality is better. The colorway is definitely something very clean, although this is a brand new colorway, and the Flu Game is probably the most iconic Jordan 12. I just don't think it was, in the company of the other sneakers, I just don't think it was strong enough to be sneaker of the year. Another Air Jordan 12 that I was gonna talk about was the that I was gonna include was the Vivid Pink for girls. Once again, amazing sneaker. I personally think it's top 3 on the girls Jordans or extended Jordans this year. But can it stand next to the OVO? Can it stand next to the other Jordan 12s and hold its own? It could. But after that Air Jordan High S, man, like, I think the Air Jordan High S was the best release. The ones and the 11s was the best release of the year for grade school, with the pink probably coming in number 2. I think I could comfortably put that white and pink 12 as the number 2 grade school release this year, with the High S pack, you know, with the ones and the 11s being the number 1 release of the year for grade school. Another one, Reverse Shatters. Reverse Shatters was an excellent sneaker. Once again, it was very limited. And the leather quality on the toe box and the side panel was amazing. It sure was. But does it really hold its own next to the top 3? It could be debated. I personally like the top 3 better. And can it stand next to the bread one? I don't think so. I think if you had to choose and you can only have one, between the breads and the shatters, I think most people would choose the band one that released this year over the reverse shatters that released this year. Another sneaker, the Pirate Blacks, that was the first Yeezy release of 2016. I had a few pairs. It was the version 1 though, and the version 1 really was 2015. It just so happens that they retroed the Pirate this year. Plus, I don't have any more Pirates. I had a few of them, but I don't have any more now. I mean, it was down there a year ago, so I don't have any more Pirates. But it was the version 1 they kind of just carried over. I guess that really doesn't matter because it still did drop in 2016, so it's still up for debate. But like I said, I don't have any more. And since the version 2s came out and they kind of ran this year, I felt like the version 2 was a better representative of the Yeezy line. I will go on record as saying the chocolate 750 boost is the best 750 boost in my opinion. I actually do still kind of want it. I mean, the prices are not that bad. I do still kind of want it, but I cop so much stuff, man. I was just like, I need to really chill. You know what I mean? So, chocolate 750 boost, Yeezy 750 of the year, definitely to me. So now, without further ado, let's get into this debate. Now, the OVO 12. I was talking to people about this being a sneaker of the year for a while. Very, very happy with it. I actually saw a dude wearing them, an authentic pair. I saw a dude with these on foot when we was going to sign up for the raffle that they had here in town for those Kith Aspens, Ronnie Fieg Ultra Boost, Ronnie Fieg, I think it is. I saw a dude rocking them. These are tremendous. The leather quality is good. I think it's a little bit better than the French Blues and the Flu Games. I just think it has a better texture, a deeper texture. I think the quality of the leather is a little bit better. The Stingray, of course, on the side, clean, crisp, white and gold, cream and gold. Is just a dope sneaker. So I definitely feel like this should be in the discussion for sneaker of the year. When these came out, I was in love with this sneaker. I still do love it. Still one of my favorite releases of the year. Sneaker of the year discussion by all means. The quality is very, very nice, very butter soft suede. The look is something different. You haven't seen an all cream 8. You haven't really seen the 8 with a sole like this. It was a part of the championship pack, so I definitely think it deserves to be in the discussion for sneaker of the year. Space Jam. I mean, it kind of goes without saying. It's the Space Jam. True to the original build, the higher patent leather cut, the different build from the front. You can kind of see that it's not as long and thin in the front like the other ones. But I definitely like the new build. The 45 added, almost kind of like the player exclusive that had released back in the day. People was probably paying like $8,000 for. But I mean, it's a Space Jam. Take it back with the Nike Air branding. Definitely a great sneaker, and I'm sure a lot of people have it. A lot of people love it. The premium Jordan 11, all suede, all suede. This is the first Air Jordan 11 high with no patent leather. If I'm mistaken, please correct me, but I'm pretty sure that this is the first high with no patent leather. Of course, you had the IE lows. They didn't have patent leather. They had snakeskin on them, and then you had a bunch of different IEs that ended up coming out. I actually have the argon blue joints. They had a gray pair, white and teal and yellow pair. They had a few of them, but this sneaker, the quality, metal tips, with the Jordan imprint in them, it's just a very, very nice sneaker. Suede line collar. It's just a very, very, very nice sneaker. So definitely deserves to be in the conversation. Bread ones. What do you really have to say? I mean, the leather is killing the 2013 model. So, you know, just off that alone, and it being a classic, I think it deserves to be in the conversation for sneaker of the year. Is it my pick? I guess we gotta wait and see. Air Jordan 1 top 3. Just because of what this sneaker represents, I think it deserves to be in the conversation. Is the leather quality the greatest? No. This is probably the worst leather quality Air Jordan 1 that released. Maybe the white metallic might be a little worse. But you know, it still represents 3 of the best sneakers. Royals, Breads, Chicago's, or Black Toes. I mean, this back is supposed to represent Chicago's. I personally like to think of it as Black Toes because I like Black Toes better than Chicago's. But, you know, that's just me. DB7. For me, definitely deserves to be in the conversation. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't wear as well as I would like it to. These creases and things are off one wear. So I really would have liked for it to hold up a little bit better. But maybe it was me. Maybe I was going too hard. I was camping out for those. So, you know, I was running around. So, you know, maybe I did things that I shouldn't have done, you know, to cause it to look like that. But overall quality, craftsmanship, this is actually a velvet panel right there. The leather is impeccable. The leather is tremendous. Gold Jumpman, you know, Damian Phillips, Doran Becker 7, man. So definitely deserves to be in the conversation. Like I said, the Pirates were the official first Yeezy of the year, but version 2s ran this year. There were actually 5 colors released this year, Beluga being the first. And then, of course, you had all of the Thanksgiving Day releases, the red, copper, green. And I have all of those. I just didn't want to pull them all out. And this is the latest release, the Oreo colorway, because they're all the same shoe. So this represents all of the version 2s. Kanye West has always been in the forefront of the sneaker community. Even before he had his own sneaker, people will look to Kanye and how he will wear certain sneakers, and that will make us, you know, hype for him, want to get him, you know, whatever. And he definitely has done a lot with his line. Do I personally care for the Boost 350? Not really. It's not my favorite. If I had to choose a Boost to wear, it would be the 750 chocolate. But just by the sheer grip that Kanye sneakers have on the sneaker world, and specifically this year, everybody was talking about Yeezys. They were gone as soon as they came out. Every time everybody wants them, it's the sneaker that everybody's selling, and it always will sell. So I think the Yeezy Boost deserves to be in the conversation. And for my OG heads, you got to put this in there. I put this in there because of the leather quality is better than the True Blue 3. So, it's very, very true to the 1989 release, from the darker paint speckles to the larger Nike than what's on a 1999 retro. And that, like I said, that leather quality is pretty damn good. You can see that grain in it. And it's just one of the favorites of sneakerheads everywhere, man. People love white cements. People love black cements, but people love white cements. And I feel like this deserved to be in the conversation. Does it win? We'll have to see. But I definitely feel like the white cement 4 deserves to be in the conversation a little bit more than the True Blue 3. So that's why I only chose this one as opposed to the True Blue 3. So what goes into a sneaker of the year? I definitely feel like quality. Quality is a factor. I definitely think the sneaker has to be made, quality made. I think that it should, hold up well under pressure. I think that the materials should be worth the amount that we pay for them. Not talking resale prices. I'm talking about out the store retail prices. So quality is definitely a big, big factor in a sneaker being the release of the year. 2, demand. I think a sneaker of the year definitely has to have some hype behind it. I think it has to be a sneaker that a lot of people want, a lot of people desire. I think it has to be a high demand for it. I mean, I just don't think you could go, like, for instance, the Indiglo 14, my favorite Jordan 14 ever. It's set on the shelves. Now, does that mean the sneaker's whack? Fuck no. I love it. It's my favorite Jordan 14 ever. So for me, the Indiglo was a must cop. Had to have it first day. Still dead stock, but I just had to have them because I love the Indiglo 14. But I don't really think that you can consider that sneaker for shoe of the year, because just a lot of people didn't really care for it. It wasn't really, it was a easily passed on sneaker this year. So I just don't feel like it deserves to be in the sneaker of the year conversation. So quality, demand, popularity. Definitely has to be a popular sneaker. I guess that kind of goes hand in hand with demand. Then again, I mean, reverse shatters was it had a high demand, but a lot of people passed on it as well. So I don't even think the reverse shatter was as popular as the Space Jam, was as popular as the Brez, was as popular as the white cement 4s. White cement 4s didn't sell out for a while. It took probably till the first week in March for them all to be pretty much dried up. But for a strong 3 weeks, it was still in the store. But they eventually sold out, even though they made 800,000 pairs. Why? Because everybody wants the fucking white cement 4s. So, these things are what I'm using as kind of like the guide to what sneaker I'm picking for the sneaker of the year. So I'm going to do this by process of elimination. These are the sneakers that I felt deserved to be in the conversation for sneaker of the year. And so just looking at the table, I'm just going to, start going down the list. So all of these are great sneakers. I like them. I own them. That Yeezy actually is not mine. That's available for sale. But, for the most part, all of these sneakers are mine. I do plan on wearing them. They are all dead stock at the moment except for the 7s. I had to put those on immediately. But all the other sneakers are dead stock at the moment, but I do have plans on wearing them. Now, when you talk about sneaker of the year, how was the impact? How was the impact? For me personally, I just don't think that the impact of the Air Jordan 8 Champagne was strong enough for it to be sneaker of the year. Now, me personally, I think it's a fire sneaker. I love it. I can't wait to wear it. I'm excited about rocking it. As a matter of fact, when I go on vacation in May, as I always do, I think I'm gonna undead stock these at the beach. I like the confetti bag. I like the packaging that it came with, staying true to the cigar and champagne packaging. The box was nice. Like I said, it came with a little bag of confetti. If y'all seen my video, y'all seen how I was dropping the confetti everywhere, just being silly with it. But, you know, the gold and the cream, I just feel like really works well together. But I just think the quality of the leather that was used was just not worth the price tag. Would I pay $250 for this sneaker? All day. Is it worth $250 retail? I'm not sure. You know, very clean, very crisp sneaker. I just don't think it is the release of the year. So as much as I enjoy it, I'm gonna have to say that the Air Jordan 8 Champagne or Championship Trophy, unfortunately, is not the sneaker of the year. So, out of the remaining sneakers, what has the quality? What has the impact? What has the demand? What has the popularity? In my personal opinion, while the Air Jordan Top 3 is a very, very dope Jordan 1. Like I said, I love the concept. It looked good. It looks very good on foot. Just by them mixing these three and putting them into one made it a very dope sneaker. I'm actually very excited to rock this as well. But the leather quality compared to other Jordans that came out this year is just not up to par. So while I think it's a dope sneaker, absolutely love the concept, love the colorway, and will be putting these on foot sometime this year, I just don't feel like the Air Jordan 1 Top 3 is the release of the year. Moving right along. Now, this is just my personal opinion. Dope sneaker, very iconic. It kind of earned its stripes back in the 80s because it was featured in a very popular portion of Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing movie. The quality is there. The demand was there. But when you look at it as far as the competition that it has, while it's very, very true to the original form, while it's still a wonderful sneaker to have, I just don't feel like the Cement 4 is the sneaker of the year. Now, looking at what we have left, these are all very, very dope sneakers. All had great quality, all had high demand, all made an impact. But for me personally, this is just my personal opinion, so excuse me, but I just don't feel like this Pinnacle 11 is the sneaker of the year. It's a dope sneaker. It's growing on me. It's not my favorite. The quality is definitely there. The popularity, though, I don't think it's as popular as it should have and could have been. Now, of course, it was released in super limited quantity, so of course it sold out. But if these were available, you know, let's just say out of the 50 stores that Atlanta has, let's just say if it was available in 30 stores, would it have sold out at that $400 price tag? Do people feel like it's worth that? Obviously they do, because people was paying more than that for them. But for me, at the end of the day, I just don't feel like the Air Jordan 11 Premium is the sneaker of the year. Now, looking at this 5 sneakers, this is where it gets tough. Because how can you eliminate any of these sneakers? All of these sneakers are definitely in the debate for sneaker of the year, in my opinion. But it's got to be done So let's get down to the nitty gritty. As much as I want this sneaker to be the sneaker of the year, I just don't feel like the OVO 12 has enough. The quality is definitely there. The colorway is definitely dope, but it is a new colorway. And, you know, I just don't feel that it is a sneaker of the year. When you talk about it, I'm in love with them though. I'm so happy I got them, and I cannot wait to rock them. But the Air Jordan 12 OVO is not the sneaker of the year. Now, I think they a damn fool, personally. I can see why people would put it in their sneaker of the year discussion. But come on, man, when you looking at other sneakers that came out and you talking about what's the best sneaker of 2016, I just don't think I could put the Space Jams that high on the list. Is it a dope sneaker? Of course. Is it classic? Yes. Quality was there. You could see the cuts in the patent leather. But you know, when you look at other sneakers that came out this year, I just don't feel like it can compete. So I just don't feel like the Air Jordan 11 Space Jam is the sneaker of the year. So Kanye was known for wearing Bread Ones. Kanye got his own sneaker, and he was also seen in the Air Jordan 7 Raptors quite a lot. So this is kind of like a Kanye themed sneaker of the year. But let's see where it goes. After debating, going back and forth, and I know a lot of people will have the sneaker as the release of the year, but looking at the remaining sneakers, I just could not put the Bread One above the Dornbecker 7, and I just could not put it above the Yeezy. It was a lot of them. It was definitely popular. The demand was definitely there. The quality's definitely there. But for me, if I had to live without a sneaker, I would be okay not having the Bread One. Now, as far as impact, the Yeezy Boost has controlled this year. Everyone has loved the Yeezy Boost. It's comfortable. It's the new wave. You can wear it with skinny jeans. But let's be honest. Y'all know how I feel about Boost. I am not rocking Boost like that. So shout out to Damian Phillips, Detroit Dave's pick for release of the year, the Air Jordan Dornbecker 7. It's just too ridiculous. Till next time, stay tuned. I'ma holla at you.
Detroit Dave. 31 Trey, bitch.